What is up, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, before we get into today's subject, I just want to ask you guys this very simple question. Should I stream on this YouTube channel? I told myself I wasn't going to do it, but the more I think about it, the more I want to actually stream on this channel. So, if you're interested, do tell me in the comment section down below, or tell me on Discord. Speaking of Discord, if you want to join the Discord server, the invite link will be in the description down below, so please join. I would like to talk to every single one of you, but regardless though, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the subject of the video. Leafy is here. Very, very well-known name on YouTube. He just came out of nowhere. I used to go to like people's about sections or the people's channels. You know, there's a tab on YouTube, if you didn't know, if you went to a person's channel, there is a tab that's called channel, and if they haven't privated the people that they're subscribed to or their subscriptions, you can see all the list. And I noticed back in the day that a lot of people that I was subscribed to, a lot of people were subscribed to Leafyishere, and I was always curious, like, who the hell is Leafyishere? So I finally checked out his content, his channel, and to say I was impressed, not really. I wasn't impressed. The content that he was making wasn't really that grand, but regardless though, a lot of people really enjoyed the content that he was making, and it garnered him a lot of subscribers and, you know, a lot of views. But that was back then. That was back then when YouTube and really just the entire internet was the Wild West, right? If you think about it, like Red Dead Redemption 2, if you remember the beginning scene of Red Dead Redemption 2 when you first boot up the game for the first time ever, it'll tell you that the Wild West is dying out, but that was before then, ladies and gentlemen. Before then, the Wild West was still alive and it was thriving, and you could literally say whatever the fuck you want and take no repercussions because of it, have no consequences. It was horrifying yet beautiful. But fast forward today, ladies and gentlemen, he has stopped posting for many reasons. There were a lot of controversies that went about with Leafyishere when it came to the content that he was making. You know, a lot of people said that he was bullying and shit like that, and then like the sub-botting, I believe that was his issue. I might be thinking about someone else, but I'm pretty sure Leafyishere had a controversy where he was accused of, you know, like buying subscribers and shit like that. And of course, who can forget the iDubbbz content cup that kind of really ruined his career, you know? Like, he was getting a lot of views and shit like that, but after that video, it just went downhill for Leafy, and it was kind of sad. It was kind of sad, not gonna lie. And of course, you had the big old fat YouTube war that was going about between Keemstar versus Leafyishere, Pyrocynical, and Grade A Under A. You know, that was very interesting to see. But you know, that was back then. Again, all of that was basically back then, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And again, fast forward after the adpocalypse and shit like that. Now the Wild West, ladies and gentlemen, is over. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me correctly. The Wild West is over. It is more of a civilized land now. Not to get too political here, but it's kind of the whole vibe is more of a left vibe, if you get what I mean, right? So with that being said, though, ladies and gentlemen, throughout the years of him being inactive, a lot of people were wondering what happened to Leafyishere. And I believe there's an interview with Keemstar that he made with Leafyishere, asking him like how he's been, like what the hell is he doing. And basically, Leafyishere decided to take a break. You know, he decided that it was too much and shit like that. You can probably find that interview in Drama Alert, that channel. But now, since I've talked about the small synopsis, it's not even a synopsis, I bet, but I just talked about like a brief history of Leafyishere and what happened there. Let's talk about what is actually happening now. So if you haven't noticed, if you haven't been paying attention to small details and shit like that, you might have noticed that Leafyishere is being a little more active than usual. Now let's talk about Leafy's Twitter. So why are we talking about Leafy's Twitter? You know, he hasn't even posted anything. He hasn't even retweeted anything. Let me actually see if he actually liked anything here. I don't think he has. No, he actually hasn't. The last time I'm pretty sure he liked something was back in May 16th of 2017, so that's a long time. And if we look at something, one of his tweets, it's, you know, May 22nd, 2017, so it's been like basically 3 years. Wait, let me count this correct. I'm pretty sure it's 4 years. Wait, 17, 18, 19, 20, yeah, 4 years. 4 to 3 years, I'm sorry, I'm fucking retarded. But it's been a while, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while. And now seeing that he's unfollowed everyone on Twitter so recently, kind of strange, you know, it's a little strange. A lot of people were asking themselves, and, you know, the internet was kind of in a buzz. Is Leafy coming back? Will he make his triumphant return? So this happened around maybe a month ago, maybe less than that, maybe 5 weeks, I'm not 100% sure. But now, since we looked at his Twitter, let's take a look at his YouTube channel right now. So if you go look at his YouTube channel right now, his banner is completely different than what it was back then, and that was recently changed. I don't remember exactly what it was before he changed it to the Galaxy one, but it was changed recently. If you take a look at Leafy's community tab on his YouTube channel, you can notice that he's posted 2 things, right? And they're pretty recent. Like, he posted this 3 weeks ago, so that's pretty recent there. We gotta remind ourselves that the community tab didn't exist during the time of, like, I guess the golden age of YouTube, where it was really the Wild West. Or if you're not comfortable calling it the golden age of YouTube, then I guess you might want to call it the Wild West of YouTube. And I feel like that was, at that point, it was good, but also bad, you know? Like, that was before the apocalypse came about, and, you know, after that, everything just went to shit, alright? Just tell you straight up right now. I'm pretty sure you and I can agree on that. Like, before, you know, the apocalypse, everything was good, everything was dandy. You had your problems here and there, but it was better than it is now. I'm gonna tell you straight up right now. But taking a look at these posts, you know, the very first post that he posted was basically him shitting on the website. Not a very long sentence here, ladies and gentlemen, but he just basically said, the state of this website, and then he laughs. I can't really say I'm surprised that he's not a big fan of the platform right now. It's just really not. It's not really surprising at all. Like, knowing Leafy is here, I don't know him personally, obviously, but from the content that I've seen, yeah, it's no big surprise that he's not a big fan of it. Now, for the second post that he made on his community tab, it's him responding to a fan's comment that was left, I'm pretty sure, on the first post that he made on the community tab. And the post reads, welcome back, basically. I'm pretty sure it reads welcome back. Let me see here. It's just basically welcome back, right? Yeah, it's just welcome back. And Leafy responds with, nah, I'm good. Happy 2020, everyone. Now, if you look at this post and you ask yourself a very basic question, is Leafy coming back on YouTube? No, he's not coming back, but I have a small suspicion he is preparing to come back. I would love to see him come back. But here's the deal though, ladies and gentlemen. Will he be accepted in today's society or today's culture? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I feel like the kind of content that he was making back then was really well suited for the Wild West, but now since we're more civilized, but I say civilized in a more negative kind of sense, but I really don't think there's a place for Leafy on this platform anymore, but I could be surprised, and I hope I'm wrong in that sense. There could be a grand chance that Leafy isn't coming back on YouTube, you know, he's just vibing and shit like that on YouTube, but he ain't gonna make any more videos, you know, like, I feel like that's somewhat obvious, but there's this one video that kind of leads me to believe that he's kind of wanting to come back, and it's a drama alert video that was posted recently, and it's titled, Leafy returns to YouTube to talk to Nick Avocado, and I believe it actually is Leafy is here. So I'm gonna play a clip for you. I won't really react to it, so here's the clip from the video where Leafy is talking to Nick Avocado, which, by the way, I should probably make a video about Nick Avocado, because literally that man has lost his fucking mind. But regardless, though, here's the clip.
You still do have fans. In fact, one of them's here right now in the line. Ladies and gentlemen, Leafy is here.
Dude, I'm your #1 fan, but before I get into that, I gotta say that I do have the coronavirus, and if I'm being honest right now, I will be trying my best to infect as many people as I possibly can before I eventually get demonetized IRL. So, if I don't have the energy, it's because I'm sick, but I'm sorry. Your #1 fan.
You're my #1 fan? What?
It's really helped me get through tough times and whatnot. But
I don't believe you. I'm sorry. I don't believe you. I mean, no offense, but there's no way you're
I am being 100% honest.
Leafy, what is
I'm
your
like
favorite?
it?
A doctor's bed right now.
Leafy, what is your favorite Nick Avocado video?
There you go. That's a good question.
The one where he eats stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much. I hope you get better with your but okay.
So nowhere in the video did Leafy state that he was coming back on YouTube, but the fact that he's willing to show up on a drama alert video even after retirement, it kind of leads me to believe that we could probably see Leafy, you know, coming back on the platform, which I think, in my opinion, is great. I would really like to see that. Now, here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. If he does come back, right? Like, if he does come back and he makes a video, what will be that video? Like, what video or what subject will Leafy be talking about for his return video? And in my opinion, I feel like he's gonna be talking about Onision. We all know that Leafy and Onision aren't the best of friends because, you know, Leafy has made a bunch of videos about Onision, calling him out and shit like that. And now, since people are actually getting on the move and trying to kick Onision off the internet, I feel like Leafyishere could be the final blow that we need. I mean, here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Hansen, right? Chris Hansen, his name, the pedo hunter. He tried to get his ass. He tried to get Onision's ass. So we're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I feel like we need the final nail to the coffin. Like, we need to hit the final nail on the coffin. Now Chris Hansen could have been the final nail, right? But I'd like to think that Leafyishere is going to be the final one to say the final thing that will end Onision. Or maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? But he might be coming back. He might be coming back. He might not be. Probably not. But I would like to think that he will come back. But what do you guys think? Would you like to see Leafyishere return on YouTube, or would you rather not see him come back, right? Like, would you know, be upset that he would even have the audacity to return on YouTube? Now, for me personally, I would love to see him come back for nostalgia purposes, and I feel like if he does come back, there might be change on the platform to where we might go back just a little bit, back in the good old days where, you know, we can make content that we want and not get hurt or like not get called out or try to get canceled and shit like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, we had our problems back then and we still have our problems now. Like, toxicity is never gonna go away. Like, back in the day, toxicity was a thing because of the commentary community, not in a sense of them personally, but the people watching them sending hate to the people that they were reacting to, right? So that was an issue, that was a problem, and then just a lot of negativity, a lot of cynical vibes going about. You know, that was one thing. And then now you have people just trying to cancel each other and shit like that. Like, they're trying to find the smallest tissue that they have on a person and then blowing it out of proportion and then trying to delete their entire career. It's absolutely sad, it's absolutely pathetic, but regardless though, we had our problems back then, we still have our problems now. To say that back then was perfect would be a lie, but for me personally, back then was way better than now. You know, like, back then we had more freedom, but obviously with freedom there is a price to pay, right? Like, you have to be careful of how free people are, right? If that makes sense. Like, there needs to be some control, right? If you let a person be completely free, they're just gonna turn, you know, anarchist and then just go absolutely insane. So there needs to be some order, but if you be too strict, it kills off freedom. So again, you have to find a balance there. If there is no balance, then you have, you know, a dictatorship, or you will have a society that has no rules whatsoever. But I think that'll be it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.